Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I am back with some good information on how to get loan forgiveness. So do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe as we dive into the meat and potatoes of this video, and I give you the real information on how to get your PPP loans forgiven. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's dive into loan forgiveness. So a lot of you guys out there who are my subscribers and who are new to the channel, you have probably, if you're watching this video, obtained PPP loan funds. Congratulations, because I know that that money is probably going to help your business out quite a bit. And a lot of people really need that. To grow their businesses and get them off the ground, and really to get away from being that W-2 employee to a self-employed individual. And the road is hard, let me tell you, it's very hard. So you've got the money, and that was not probably the hard part. A lot of you probably got the funds pretty easily. Some of you may have had some bumps in the road, but to get this kind of money, it really was an easy process, honestly, than a traditional bank loan. So let's dive into how to get the money forgiven. So the first part of the PPP loan forgiveness, and this is a Biz2 credit loan forgiveness application screenshot, and you're going to need a key piece of information. You're going to need the lender's name. Now, when I say that, understand, you do not have to do your PPP loan forgiveness with the same lender you obtained the loan. So a lot of you probably found out you could do your loan 1 with one lender and loan 2 with a different lender. Same thing for the forgiveness. You can do your forgiveness application with any lender you choose that does forgiveness, okay? And what that means is if your loan isn't forgiven with one lender, then you can try again. You can try with another lender. You're going to need the lender name where you actually obtain the loan you're trying to have forgiven. So if it's your PPP Loan 1, you need the lender from PPP Loan 1. You're going to need your contact information. You're going to need that SBA PPP loan number. Sometimes the lender has a separate loan number for you. You're going to need that PPP loan amount and the date the loan was actually dispersed, which you can find on your closing documents. Okay? And then you're going to need the covered period date. So what that means is when did you start your covered period for your PPP? Like, this would be the date that you actually got your funds, right? Because that's when it started. You got the money, so now the covered period starts. So you're going to put that date in. The covered period end date is determined on the length of the covered period. So you have a couple of options when doing the forgiveness. You can choose a minimum of 8 weeks and then apply for forgiveness, or a maximum of 24 weeks. What that means is you have to wait a minimum of 8 weeks before you're allowed to have the loan forgiven. So you have to wait at least 2 months. They give you 2 months time to use up the funds before you can apply for forgiveness. A lot of you may have used the funds before 8 weeks, but you have to wait at least 8 in order to qualify. So the least number of weeks you can put here is 8. The max number of time you can put here is 24 weeks, okay? So you don't have to feel rushed if you still have some of the funds and you're taking your time. You have 24 weeks to get it forgiven. So that's still quite a bit of time. If you've already used it up, once you hit your 8 weeks, put 8 weeks here and then move on to the next stage of the application. So it'll continue to ask you about your information. And so then you get to a step in the process where they want you to give supporting documentation. Okay. So once you have entered all your information about your loan and answered all the questions, you'll come here to this part. And again, this is just a Biz2 credit PPP loan forgiveness. There's also other ones that I'll walk through as well in later videos. But the first thing it'll ask you is to upload payroll documents. So as business owners, a lot of people, they're confused. They don't know what documents they need. And they're like, oh my gosh, I got the money, but I really don't know how to do the forgiveness. And unfortunately, a lot of people that are helping people do the PPP loans, they don't care about this part and helping you do the forgiveness because they've already probably gotten paid from you for helping to do your loan application. So I'm going to help you out here. You're going to need your bank statements. A key piece of getting the PPP loan is that if you are a business owner, if you didn't have a bank account before, you should have gotten a business bank account when you got your funds. Because you should have separated those funds in a separate business account so that you knew this money could be forgiven. I mean, that's just common sense. We're doing everything legitimate with our businesses now. A lot of people had self-employed income that they either weren't reporting, or they may not have had their LLC or incorporation. They may not have had a business bank account, and that's fine. But once you start taking government money, it's time to actually get your ducks in a row and have a business bank account set up. Now, that's not to say that it's required, but it does look better on the forgiveness end if you had a separate business bank account. If you do not, then you need to at least have a separate personal account that only had the PPP loan funds in it. So that way it can show a clear history of where the funds went. So you're going to need those bank statements for that 8-week covered period to show where the funds were dispersed to. The next thing is payroll reports or tax forms, 941 for the period that overlaps the covered period. So again, you're going to need some sort of payroll report or tax form that shows that the money was spent on payroll, okay? You're also going to need payment receipts, canceled checks, or account statements documenting the amount of an employer contributions to employee health insurance and retirement plans. So this is if you had a payroll and you had health insurance for your employees or retirement plans, this is where that would go. If not, then you're going to need a payroll report or canceled checks to show the payroll that you've been doing. Even if you are self-employed, it's just you're the only employee there is, okay? We're still going to have to show that the PPP loan funds went into that account and you wrote regular payroll checks to yourself, and you can present those canceled checks to show that they were payroll and upload them here. If you did not write yourself payroll checks and you just started spending the money, you're going to have a very hard time getting this money forgiven. Okay. FTE documents. So this is if you have actual payroll, people on W-2 payroll. This would be where you would upload your FTEs, which you would get from your payroll report for your taxes and so forth during this process. If you don't have W-2 employees, then you don't have to worry about that. Non-payroll documents. So let's say you paid business rent or lease payments, business utility payments, or business mortgage interest payments. You can upload that here. Keep in mind, business rent or business utility. This is not personal rent or personal utility. If you needed money for anything that was personal, you should have used it out of your payroll check because you can only use things with the business name here. And additional documents are operation expenditure receipts, property damage, supplier cost. Upload your receipts for everything you spent beyond payroll. So anything that wasn't spent on payroll that came directly out of the PPP loan money, here's where you need to upload the receipts. One of the things I tell my clients is when they pay me to help them with their PPP loan, I do provide them with an invoice receipt because they're going to need to upload it here to show, hey, part of that loan money went to an accounting firm that helped me obtain the loan, and we're covered under accounting expenses, which would be considered operational expenditures. And you'd put that receipt here, okay? And then you would e-sign your application, click next, and then your application would be done. So again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to my firm, and I'll put the information just up on the screen right now, and we'll be happy to help you with your forgiveness application and documents. If you guys need help with it, if you need to hire someone to say, hey, I can't do this by myself, I need an accountant to help me, we'll do that. And you guys stay tuned for more videos on forgiveness, on different lenders, and more about just wealth building in general. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.